Video is about trading. What is trading, and more specifically, what is systematic trading and what makes it special? So first, here's a quick little overview on what is trading versus investing. Trading is typically based off of some sort of price action, meaning you're not looking at the fundamental of a stock, but you're rather looking at how the price moves of the stock. So you're trying to extrapolate some meaningful data from noise on a chart. Typically, you are trying to capture like a smaller fluctuation in price, and it's very, personally involved. It takes much more work, and it can be long or short. A little play on words here. It can be longer term. You can do a longer term trade for like months, maybe even a year. Or it can be very short term, in the span of milliseconds even. And it can also be long or short in the sense that you can go long a stock, which means you're hoping for it to go positive, and you can go short a stock, meaning you're hoping for it to go negative. And then on the other hand, investing tends to be based off of a fundamental belief on the stock, and you're tending to hold it for longer. And a fundamental belief, you could say you fundamentally believe the U.S. economy will do well just over the next 30 years, so you will buy an index fund like SPY. Tends to be set it and forget it, so it's not really that much work, which is better for most people, because most people actually end up losing money trading, probably 90+%. And you will hold your position unless the fundamental changes. So if you fundamentally think that the US will collapse, it might not be a good idea to have stocks, although you probably have other issues. And it's very little work. You can just buy an index funds and live your life and never think about trading or stocks again. Now, I want to go into trading, as that's obviously what the channel is about. If we were doing an investing channel, I'd probably just tell you to buy SPY. So there's two different kinds of traders, which we will call discretionary traders and systematic traders. A discretionary trader uses a trading system that is not necessarily quantifiable, meaning you could not put it to code. Essentially, there is some sort of feeling or gut intuition that they use, which cannot necessarily be described. Or some sort of like confluence of factors, which you just couldn't put to code. So it's, unique to the person, and a computer wouldn't be able to do it. This, unfortunately, makes it not very testable. You can do a manual back test, meaning, you go back in time and you trade your strategy based on your rules. All your rules are pretty liquid. So it's not really testable, and there's not really a scientific method. You're not able to prove anything with a statistically significant amount of data, because the human just can't do that, really. And we have this guy looking at stocks and thinking about them. That's what we don't want to do. Now, here we have a systematic system where there's a robot touching the space key for us, which is exactly what we want instead. It's quantifiable, meaning every single thing that the system does can be put to code and automated 100% from execution to exit. And even position sizing can be made automated. So it's programmable, but unfortunately, it means you need to know how to program or learn how to, but that can be done. And you can test a hypothesis, or you can, have a null hypothesis, which you're trying to disprove with various kinds of testing, which I will go further into in the future. But this is what we intend to do, and that is just a basic setup for what is systematic trading. Thank you.